Hi, I'm Laura McLively, and today we're cooking from the Berkeley Bowl Cookbook, recipes inspired by the extraordinary produce of California's most iconic market. So this book is all about having fun and taking home something that you've never cooked with before from either Berkeley Bowl or from a farmer's market or that ethnic grocer down the street, and getting into your house and having some fun with it. So what we're preparing today is shiso. Shiso is a leaf used in Japanese cooking, and there's lots of different varieties. There's a red shiso, there's green, and then the variety we're using today is called Chinese shiso. So I wanted to show you quickly before we start how to identify it, because there are so many kinds. And so what you're looking for is a sort of heart-shaped leaf, and it's two-toned, and so it's purple on the underside and green on the top. And so the reason I like using this shiso in this recipe is because it has a kind of lemony, minty flavor and an earthy undertone, so it works really well in beverages, sort of like a tea. This is one of the most simple things you could make out of this cookbook, and all we're going to do is take some boiling water. So I've already heated this water, and we'll just add our leaves to the water. This is about a cup of lightly packed leaves. So you're just going to let this steep for about 15 to 30 minutes at home before we do the next step, which is kind of like the magical science experiment in this recipe. So we're back. We've let this steep for about 15 minutes, and that's allowed the shiso flavor to really infuse the water. So all we're going to do is remove the leaves, and then comes the science trick, the magic trick, the science experiment. So we're going to add our lime juice and watch what happens. It turns this beautiful bright pink color, and that's because these leaves have a pigment in them called anthocyanin. It's the purplish blue pigment that's in plants like purple cabbage and beets and blueberries. And so just like blueberries, you hear those being a superfood, that's because of the anthocyanin. So these are technically a superfood too. So that pigment was hanging out in the water when it was kind of clear, but it gets activated when it's in an acidic environment. So that's why when you add the lime juice, it just pops with this beautiful fuchsia color. So we're gonna sweeten this before we serve it, and I like to use agave nectar. I usually add about 1/4 cup, but you can sweeten it to taste. I like to serve it in a glass with ice and to garnish it with some lime. So refreshing. For more information or to learn more about the Berkeley Bowl Cookbook, click on the link on this page.